So I'm just going to sit here. That was a nightmare. That was a complete nightmare. So hopefully you'll all rejoin me and we can start again. We can start our conversation again. This time I blocked off my phone. So I have. This time it's come to a block. So anyone joining me, please say hi. Please put a comment in and let's get going. So this was a nightmare. Let's have a look. James, I'm back. This is a complete curse. Someone rang me and they wouldn't stop ringing. It was about a roof. Oh, no, it was about the neighbour's roof, would you believe, James? So we lost a few people, but hopefully they'll all come back and say hi again. So what I'm doing today is I'm just doing a bit of packing, doing a bit of posting, just making sure that I get it done. Matt Quinn. Which Matt Quinn? There's two Matt Quinns I know. Matt Quinn, both members of staff. Which one is it? Big Al, I assume it's Matt Quinn, as in my first Matt Quinn delivery driver. Now delivery driver. Bob, where are you? How are you doing? Good life. How you doing, darling? Nightmare. Savage, what about you? What's happening to everybody? So, I'm packing now, and I'm just going. I just come off the phone to a large landlord. Have you FBA? Yeah, Kevin, see that FBA thing? I'm scared about FBA because if things go wrong, Amazon have a way of holding on to the stock and charging you a rent. So basically okay. Well, I'm all right with what I'm doing right now. With regards to the business, it's only really a couple of hours work for me right now. And it doesn't really affect my day-to-day operation. Monday does because of the fact that things are going correct. Are you not working, Matt? Why are you not at work? Yeah, boy, yeah. Are you off on holidays? Are you sacked? Are you out of a job? Alice Ryan Vinted is going well. Why have you changed your name, Ryan? Why have you changed your name? Ryan's one of my guys in the group, in my inner circle. And anyway, have you tried FBA? What's your view on it? So, fulfillment by Amazon, to me, is a really worrying scenario. If you have a business or you buy stock and it doesn't sell well, you get charged rent space by Amazon. So it's basically, it's not good. This is random, but my ma reckons she seen you in Dromore a week ago. Just wondering if you, yeah, of course, in Dromore, yeah. That would have been me. I live not far from Dromore, so you're absolutely right. I've got a house in Dromore. On lunch, big lad. All right. Is it lunchtime already? Shit. Anyway, yeah. I cannot fix it. I've tried to. Okay, never mind. Selling for me at the moment is big nightmare. Not sold anything. So Helen, let me ask you a question, Dolly. Are you advertising? Now I'm not advertising anymore, purely because I've got natural flow of sales because of that many products up for sale. So I don't need to advertise. But are you advertising? Have you even put in 2% advertising rates? Because it does affect sales. I'm lazy with a bad attitude and could be good crack. Yeah, I've had a few of them, Kev. Yeah, so so I've now got self-employed staff. Anyone that wants to work for me, they're self-employed. And I got my first member of staff. And then Helen, go and advertise 2%. Your sales will rise, darling. I know that I don't like to advertise eBay purely because of the way they are and who they are. But Helen, if you want to make a bit of money, 2% advertising rate will lift your sales. And you do have to keep listing, I'm afraid. That's the only thing. So if you can do that, that'd be great. So at the minute, I am now offering only self-employed staff. And they will be private. They won't be working on the camera. They won't be involved as a part of the staffing situation. And, oh, hello. The Stoned Mason. Love it. I need help from the UK. Do you stone, work, paving, flagging, self-employed? Course. course, the stonemason. I love it though. We are looking for a stonemason right now. Are you in Northern Ireland? We are currently looking for a nice stonemason, and it's 30 quid an hour for a stonemason we're paying at the minute. So if you're interested, there it is. Or we can do it by price, no problem. We've got lots of jobs. Need help finding work. I get you. I get you. I get you. Yeah, so Helen, go ahead and advertise, darling. Big Al, what's your high snooker break? I don't have a snooker break, sorry. I will. I'll check out your page. Are you on YouTube, stonemason? Yeah, absolutely, mate. That'll be nice. I like watching stonemason work. Sexy work it is. I love it. It's one of them things I just love. But I've got loads of projects. I've got a massive mill that I'm working on, and the project starts again tomorrow. Thoughts on thin stone? Oh, what do you mean? As in thin laid or thin cut or what? Dry, wet? In fact, I tell you, there's a man who'll answer that straight away, which is AJ. He'll answer that. What's my thoughts? Thin stone, I've never... used to be a lot of slate in Wales. Used to work on Hollister slate myself. Got a few shorts on my page. I'm going to check that out. Ziggy, welcome. How are you, mate? What's happening? What's happening to you all? It's good to see you all joining me while I pack, keeping me company. Oh dear, there's me gaunching on, and I've basically kept the label inside. That's what happens. Read the book, Great Controversy. Okay, will do. I've got to now get this label out. I went ahead and taped this up. This is a Bible I sold. Look at this, guys. Is that what it is? Claddon. Yeah. Thin stone. I thought we were talking about the drywall, real thin stuff that you put in. Real hard nightmare. Anyway, look. £100 for that Bible. 100 quid. eBay as well. Or not eBay, Amazon. Sorry, Amazon. Amazon sales continue to decline. Well, Gucci, how are you? Amazon sales continue to decline, or eBay sales, sorry, and Amazon continues to rise. Why? Because I'm constantly transferring stock onto Amazon. I've had enough of them bastards on eBay. And as far as I'm concerned, I want to make it happen. Anyone want to see my program tomorrow? I'll be trying to fix a roof on one of my tenants' houses. It came off on the high winds, Storm Amy, I think. Thank you very much, Forstall. I appreciate that. You bought the same Bible for 20 quid. Crikey. Yeah, £89 and 28p. Crazy, isn't it? Thank you very much, Forstall. We'll try. I'll try to keep up the good work. Well, Australia, welcome very much, Dominic. I appreciate you being here. And all booked already. You're coming over. So Lee's coming over to come and say hello. He's coming to visit me. And I'll take him out for food. He's a guy I met in the eBay meetup with Nick and Andrea back a few years, well, it's nearly 2 years ago. Already, Nick. It's nearly 2 years ago. Well, listen, AJ, if you're over in Northern Ireland, you fancy a bit of work, there's loads of it here. I got tons of it. We got lots of stone work on at the minute. Cumbria's great for stone, isn't it? Brilliant. Northern Ireland would be the place to come. You should see this stuff. Well, welcome from Harrison. How are you, Taboo? Welcome. You're a booty warrior, are you, Jim? Okay. That's funny. What is a booty warrior? Explain that to me. I'm naive and very stupid, so get Lee to meet us at the boot sale. We can show him what we're doing. Wouldn't be a bad idea, Ryan. Lee's an eBayer that works with Nick and Andrea and people like John and other people. He's a good lad, civil lad. There's me talking about you, Lee, while you're not. Well, you have the vibe of a wise sea captain. Oh yeah. Well, it's only probably because of these things here that looks like a sea captain, doesn't it? But it's actually a race car. It's a race car, so it's Deutsche Vermonstada. Could have put it on. Can anyone spell that? Deutsche Vermach. Anyway, what are you selling? I'm not selling anything, Ragnar. this is my company, and I'm talking about what I do. It's one of my companies. I'm currently going through this transition period where I'm no longer going to have staff. I'm just a little tired of staff coming and going and fucking around. And so I've decided that I'm going to either do it myself, or I'm going to run a business where I have self-employed people and I pay them a complete fortune, £20 an hour starting fee, and that's the way it's going to be. And I'm just not going to. I've just had enough of stupidity of staff. I've had enough of it. I'm just tired of it. And the last good member of staff we had sadly died, and he died of a heart attack literally 5 weeks ago. And I know why, because I've been looking at all the issues around here, costing me a fortune. Ragnar, well, some people would say I'm not a good boss. A lot of people are coming back in and saying hello who used to work for me. We've got 3 people that came in and said hello, and they used to work for me. So I must have been a bad boss, all right. Just different circumstances. Or yes, I am. Yes, Jack, no, I am. If you have a look at my channel, you'll be able to see what I do and what I am. You can also communicate with me at any point. And I also try very hard to make sure that everyone that wants to get involved in my circle, there's an inner circle, you join the membership system. And Marek, how are you? You got a job in the UK, self-employed? Yes, I have. And it's the United Kingdom, but it's Northern Ireland, the country of Northern Ireland. Great wee country. And that's what I'm doing. So, we were working yesterday on the roof off one of my tenants. I own a large property portfolio, and I have lots of property. And this is not anything other than me showing you guys that work kills no one. You know, I don't care. If I'm cleaning toilets for money, I'll do it. I'll do it. I won't sit on my ass, buy a Ferrari or a Lamborghini and pretend that I am something I'm not. I am a self-made, successful multimillionaire who continually tries what I can, just like Del Boy. I think I'm like Del Boy. I love it. I was watching Del Boy yesterday, and I am 100% a Del Boy. You know, just really, really funny. So I like to keep myself humble. I like to work hard, and I like to work with others. But recently, there's a lot of piss takers going on, and I decided I don't want anything to do with them. I've just had enough of piss takers taking money from me and earning nothing. Well, I like to think so. What happened there? Can anyone see me? Yeah, Lady Sisu, maybe I am bragging. No, and I don't like to do that. So thank you. Your comments are important to me. Maybe I am bragging. So that's not what I do. Can everyone hear me okay? Everyone can hear me? Everyone can see me? So I don't like to brag. That's the truth. But I can't stop talk. If anyone asks me who I am, and it sounds extremely positive about who I am, something went wrong there with the channel. Did you see that? The channel just froze. So I don't know what happened there. Yeah, Mr. Jackman. I agree. The bragging is not fun. I don't agree with being a bragger. But if anyone asks me, am I a millionaire? Well, I am. And I won't lie to you about it. Am I a shithead from London? Yeah. Was I a narcissistic prat when I was younger? Yeah. But I am trying to remain humble, and I love the idea. Ian, welcome. John, welcome. Mark, yep. Thank you very much for staying with me. And welcome, Kevin. Welcome to the channel. So yes, I would like to think that my life, and go and have a look at what I do. You'll understand. What part of London, Ragnar? Feltham. If anyone knows Feltham, it's near Staines, Hounslow, Twickenham, Middlesex. It used to be known as Middlesex. Nice. West Palms, Florida? West Palms? No. West Palms, yeah. West Palm, Florida. Anyway. Well, look, Ryan, improving yourself. You guys are talking a lot of sense right now. Look at Nick. Nick, it's hard bound. Sometimes you have to name credentials to establish that you know what you're doing. Yeah, I mean that is it. You guys could see me just who I am. You see me as a normal person. I'm walking down the street. Anyone doesn't know me, I'm just a person walking down the street. Anyone that wants to know who I am, well, they kind of have to know about my credentials is right. You're absolutely right. And my credentials are, if I'd like to describe myself in one sentence for everybody here that doesn't know me, is that I am let me think about this for a second. So I was a nothing to a somebody who pretended to be bigger than I was, went bankrupt, lost everything, and had to learn how to humble my life. When I became humble, I became wealthy again. It just came really quickly again. I was working, I ended up being bankrupt, lost everything 12 years ago, and I rebuilt my business. And I became a multi-millionaire, now deca millionaire, so I'm worth at least 10 million or above. And it continues to grow. But the difference between then and now is that I am extremely helpful towards people who want to make money like me. They want to copy me, they want to mimic me, and I welcome that. I offer a hands-on physical approach for everybody here to become successful multimillionaires themselves. Whether they have the drive or the ambition, they could do speed of 1 to speed of 10. Doesn't matter. They follow the rules, which are, strength, resiliency, being humble, staying humble, being kind, being generous. These are all different rules that work, but never taking shit from anyone. I don't take shit from people. So with regard to my description, I'll tell you what, if anyone's going to know who I am, go to my life story on my channel. There's a full life story, slightly real, a little bit disturbing. It's not the best thing to listen to if you don't like children being sexually abused and you don't want to hear that. That's part of my story. That's what I am. I dealt with abandonment issues, and I am still very kind to my family, kind to my friends, and anyone that wants to be involved with me. They get my generosity foremost and first. If they're dickheads thereafter, I take my generosity back. People sometimes treat me like a fool because I've got money. And that's one of their most stupidest things people can do, is get to be involved with a very generous man who's very wealthy and then think they could take the piss. And by taking the piss, they lose that generosity and they lose that help. I don't like piss takers. I don't like people who are greedy. I'm not greedy. I'm absolutely kind and generous. And because of that, some way the flow of the universe keeps rewarding me and I get more successful every day. And that's who I am as a human being. I like to think that I'm helping others and I am inspiring others. Right now, I inspire hundreds and hundreds of people. In fact, I've got now 41,000 people on my channel who watch me and continually drop in to see what I do and that they can inspire themselves to make more money for themselves. Now, what I will do is I will continually do that, and I have to remain, even though I want to do things like be a little bit more luxurious, sometimes I tend to go out of my way and go, right, Al, just go and get the Rolls Royce. Fuck them. Go get the Rolls Royce. Go and get the big cars. Go, make your house bigger. Make your house wider. Have servants. But and that's not me. That's not who I am. I'm not that type of person. Thanks, Anonymous John. Oh, Louis Walsh has let himself go. You're a hero, Anonymous John. You know what? I love being slagged off. It's funny. So you're talking. I give you a manly bro kiss. Well, I love that. Louis Walsh has let himself go. Very funny. Love it. Love it. No, man. Keep it going. I like a bit of slagging. It's nothing as funny as if you laugh at yourself, you're humble. That's the way I see it. People can't get me. Anyway, experience of free banking. I'm packing this now for a customer. And I've got to get it right. I've got to get the new packaging, got new packaging for our customers. And that's the way it is. I've always been very cautious with people who talk, have tried and failed enough in life to have learned people don't give anything for free. Yeah, I get that one. See this one here by giving away stuff for free. I've asked anyone about me, my reputation, KLH right now, Kevin, there's other people that are in my inner circle. Have I asked for anything of anyone yet? Please speak up for me now. I would ask you that any of my supporters in my inner circle, did I ever take money from you, or have I given money to you? You're one there, Ryan. You can go ahead and tell them. I've never taken money from anyone. I give money to people. I help people grow their businesses. I work personally with so many human beings right now, and I'm spending every moment I can continually sharing this message that you don't need to pay for this. I know, son, I am sorry. It's me talking too much, and it's not over the stock. It's just over my phone. Stock's over here. Phil, there you go. Phil's here. Thank you, Phil. I appreciate you speaking up, because anyone that's in my inner circle, I give them what I can. I give them what they need to make them grow. I told this to Philip. Philip himself. Thank you for jumping in, Philip. He himself, I said to him only a couple of days ago, Philip, if I had 1,000 people that I've inspired to become successful human beings in whatever journey they take, be it money, family, love, success, or all of them, and I've given an element of help to them to grow their lives, then I die a proud man, a happy man. That's the way it should be. Big Gay Al, you stole my sweater. I love the Big Gay Al. That's what they used to call me when I was a kid. And when South Park was around. Do you remember South Park, guys? Big Gay Al. Loved him. Anyway, Adam, I owed you a tenner, and you came around my house and burnt it out. Is that right? Yeah? Anyway, so that's who I am. That's what I do. That's what I'm about. So if anyone wants to join the inner circle, you can. You can join my inner circle. You have to become a member. Once you become a member, you can delete your membership thereafter. It's only going to cost you £2.99. That's the only skin of the game that I ask, that you become a member and you get in through that way. Everyone's done it. It's £2.99. Just unsubscribe thereafter. I don't think you have to pay, but it just shows that you're committed, at least committed. Then we will talk and we will communicate inside the inner circle, and then I will listen to you and I will find out. And if you're investable, you will get free money, free help, free storage. If you are local to me, I'll give you stock to set up a business. I'll help you with whatever way I fecking can to make sure that there are more millionaires by my hand, not by the governments, not by just helping you guys. Just helping you. Look, JK, it's not like free money. You have to earn it with me. It's not free that way. I don't just give it to someone like a fool. I'm no fool. I give it to people who are hardworking, determined, and listen and think. They're mentors. I mentor people, and if they're good and smart people, they know what needs to be done. And if they follow instructions, we try and game them up. We push them. Once they're on their own, I let them go. If they want more, they want to come back to me for more help, more money, they just have to ask. Alan, I could ask for more help. Could you give me some more cash? I'll give you cash if you need it. Let's look at your numbers. Let's look at your figures. Let's look at who you are. I'm not just going to give it to you because you ask. We're going to work it through and find out what you're about. And that ultimately is what I am now. And this money that I earn right now, this money is money for old rope. I've done my business. This is all listed. This is all done. This is all online, selling like crazy. If I make it and it goes into my account, well, I probably will spend it on my mentors or providing services or stock for my mentors. And that ultimately what it is. So go into the inner circle. There's a silver circle going on. A lot of them now on the gold. A lot of them are under the gold circle now. We've got to put that. The gold circle starts this week. And there's some that will be probably still in the silver, that are probably still sitting here. And the reason why they'll be in the silver is because they've not proven to me yet that they're good to be going on to the next level of income, which is going to be from 1,000 quid up to 100 grand. I'm moving my, am I a microwave? That's a really funny question. Am I a microwave? I know millionaires, their house is bigger mess because their ficus is not on cleaning. Oh, their focus is not on cleaning, and they're greedy to book cleaners. They don't waste money. I'm not convinced of that. I have a cleaner. Then go Shopify and what's this, Ibrahim? Let me just see what you were saying. One of my friends literally buys out overstocked items and then have a 60. Ibrahim, I know a place, buddy, where you can get things that are brand new items for £1. Like here. But I can't tell you unless you're in my inner circle. That's the way it is. Al, I need help with sales, 4,000 off stock. See, Ryan, you're at a point where you are filtering yourself onto our gold. Now, Ryan, KLH, he's still in the silver. To get on to gold, Ryan, you need to learn what I would say to you. There's things we need to talk about, how you need to move forward. You'll never move forward on the current projections that you are as a human being. And I need to train you and mentor you to get better at that before you can move on to the gold. I've seen the way that you get on. You got the hunger. That's one thing you have, but you need to move forward in a way that I believe is better for you and for your success. But we need to have a chat about that moving forward to make sure your mentoring's done well. Have you started a new platform? Now, yes, I have. The platform is now invested. It's about 8 grand. I haven't put any more money in it yet. And the reason why is the new platform, we're waiting on the trade IPs coming back. I have shared the name with a few very trustworthy people. And they think it's amazing. They think the idea is amazing. And I believe that way we're going to do really well with it. Because I've got the positive people on my inner circle who are also helping me grow this. Their commendation is my spirit, is my force. So they help me as well as I help them. They get to help me. Yes, Ragnar, what's up? Sorry, I'm in the process of building my own business in Norway. Wow. Okay. And it could be interesting with some perspectives. 40, you're more than welcome to give me a call. I can talk to you. Lima Beep with some membership. Yeah, it's just $2.99 with YouTube. You pay YouTube. I get about 20% of that, which is about 60p. Maybe less, actually, probably about 20 to 30p. But it's not about that. It's about you spending a bit of money to make sure that you can get into the inner circle. Go straight onto the inner circle. You're auto-invited straight into the WhatsApp group, and you get talking to me directly. That's it. You get talking to me directly, and you can talk to me anytime you want, night and day. You're from Feltham. Whereabouts? Now, I know Feltham very well. So let's see, Ragnar. Let's see where you are in Feltham. There's no way you're from Feltham, mate. No way. Look at 40. Just joined already. Well done, you, sir. And you can see what's going on. Allies East. Allies Estate. The Allies Estate. I was in the Highfields Estate. Allies. Where's the Allies? Is that over the road from the town? Allies just over by the pond. Is that where Allies? I've never heard of the Allies. Yes, I'm still selling stuff, Trudy. Yes, I'm always selling stuff. There's nothing I don't sell. I own a... Yeah. Well done, 40, for joining. Good on you, mate. I look forward to speaking to you later on once I get myself sorted. Allied Estate. I felt middle school. You were at Princess Road. I lived on bloody Princess Road. Holy crap. Look at you. I lived on Princess Road. Number 33. Are you shitting me? Yeah, 40. I look forward to speaking to you, mate. Well done for joining the inner circle. It's really good to you. Good man, Al. Thank you very much, Tommy. Appreciate that. And welcome to the channel. Lennon, welcome to the channel. I can't say that, Dylan. Ragnar. You live in Home Court. Jesus. Ragnar, go and have a look at my life story. The guy was in home court, was my friend. He got thrown out of the top floor. My sexual abuser, my paedophile abuser lived in home court. I lived in the Highfields estate. You're winding me up. There's no way you and I are that close there. Ragnar, this is amazing. Buddy, you and I need to talk anyway. Yeah, of course I know the Hurleys. They were my neighbors. Are you talking about the Hurley, the family? This is strange. This is not fun. This is really weird. This is actually really hurting me here right now because Ian Mangum, Highfields Estate here. No way. No. Someone's winding me up now, guys. Someone's winding up. Stop this, guys. Stop it. I grew up in Feltham. We used to steal stuff from Tesco. I was a really, really terrible boy. I was a bit of a scumbag from London. Lived on the 7th floor in the Highfields estate. What was my name of my flats? Can't remember the name of the bloody flat now. I do know it, but if you go onto my life history, my life story, you'll see what I talk about in regards to my troubled youngship. It's the reason why Feltham is the thing that made me a multimillionaire. I don't know what it was. I was trying to make efforts. The abandonment issues as well, of course. But it was the thing that pushed me to keep firing, keep moving, so I didn't have to listen to the pain of abandonment. We talked about that with Philip only the other day. Christ. Anyway, so yeah, Feltham, born and bred, sadly, or happily. I love Feltham. I went to Southfield Junior School, and I lived on the Princess Road. My mum broke into the house on the Princess Road. Crazy, man. Crazy. Yeah, we had to move out because it was just, my mate got murdered. He got thrown out of home court, and I saw him splat on the bottom of the thing. I think I was only 10 at the time. And my mum said, no, this is it. We're done. We're moving out. Horrible place. Eventually got really awful. He fell to his death. His dad was the caretaker of home court, would you believe? Yeah. And I went to the place so it's now a car park. Home court's knocked down, and Tesco car park it is. And I went to the exact place because I could see it. I could feel the energy of where I remember watching him die in front of me. I was holding him. His brains were just out of his head. And I was only a kid. The most traumatizing thing. But yeah, it was awful. It was awful to listen to be honest with you. But you'll have a look at that on my story. If you go and have a look at the story, my life story, it's there, and it's quite cool. A lot of people say that it took a brave man to say it. It's a matter of fact, but there it is. So I continue packing here and talking. Yeah, sorry to hear that, mate. Sorry to hear that. I hope you're being genuine with me. I hope you're being genuine. I'm sorry to hear it. Really am. I don't like that. But I hope you're being genuine. So, where I was, let's not talk about too much about that because it kind of puts me in a horrible place. Wow, Ragnar. Seriously, man. Okay, I genuinely hope you're being genuine right now because that's a revelation. Well, I hope you're okay with it. Anyway, so let's not... Alan, I'm a helmet. Am I? Am I being a helmet? Why do you say that? Anyway, it's all gone nice and quiet. Why is it all quiet? I want to hear you talk. Come on. Let me hear what you've got to say about what I'm doing. Do you believe in the way I'm doing the staffing? By getting rid of all permanent staff and getting rid of all permanent staff and basically doing it all myself. How's the building work? Thank you very much, Trudy. Doing okay. We've got a new self-employed builder coming and joining me. And we are starting tomorrow, would you believe? Well, actually, it's supposed to be today. But I'm busy talking to you lot while I'm supposed to be working. Oh, yeah, I probably could, Boogeyman. Yeah. No, you're right, mate. Yeah. I'm kind of reflecting while I'm talking to you lot I'm reflecting about Ragnar. Anyway, so Trudy, lovely word as well. So the digital IDs that are coming at the minute, you look at my video on digital IDs. I rarely give off about politics, but the bullshit that's going on right now in the United Kingdom is awful, is absolutely disgusting. And I feel everyone should listen to what is happening right now. There is a massive change in society in the United Kingdom, and it's being changed by this new, what I refer to as a Stalinist, communist, socialist state. And we're being silenced from speaking. We're now being silenced from protesting. And we're being given digital IDs. And we're being policed heavily and taxed heavily. And it's something that within the United Kingdom, no worries, thankfully UK is yeah, I agree with you, AJ. I agree with you. And I don't know if I'm ignoring you saying that I'm ignoring you. I don't know. I wouldn't be ignoring you, mate. I'm sorry. I was just busy talking about Ragnar earlier on. But if you feel I'm ignoring you, please repeat it and I'll respond. So the socialism of the United Kingdom it's actually an invasive system. It will not work. It will not work. Employment will die. Our country will die, and you will own nothing, and you will be happy. And that's not for me. That is not for me. I'm not up for that nonsense. I would rather live in a capitalist society. If you look at some of the pictures that's been going on at the minute, some of the videos, and you look at Margaret Thatcher in 1981, this is a girl who was enemized by society. But if you look at the things she says now, back in 1981, you think she's a bloody hero. Look at the things she said, such as government and government control. Amazing. Type in Margaret Thatcher, anti-government control. The things she said about privatizing. She doesn't want the government to run the country. She wants the people to run the country. And still, she was hated. Now, if she was in power today, she'd be loved. It's crazy how society changes. The Mark of the Beast, Revolutions 13. What's that about, Trudy? The Iron Lady, yeah. I had the pleasure of seeing her get out of the car one time. I think she was brilliant. To me, if it wasn't for her, again, her policies continue today, where we could afford to buy our own houses. My first house was a council house, and Margaret Thatcher allowed me to buy it. That was her policy that allowed it. If it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be a homeowner now. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't own other properties by now. So, am I English? English born, yes. Unstoppable Raging Tony. I am English, but I'm not English anymore. Born English, still in the United Kingdom, but I carry an Irish passport now. And I am currently Irish passport only. I've removed myself from the United Kingdom new passports purely because you don't get any favours in airport terminals as a UK citizen. You're headed by Europe. So I got an Irish passport to avoid the queues. And for that reason, I can go across to Europe, enjoy a European holiday, and enjoy the sun without having to queue in the traffic. I'm deemed still as a European. So there it is. So that's the beauty about having dual nationality. Yes, that's a very lovely thing to say. Free the world from oppression. And if you have the answer, please tell me. Yeah, no, it's awful, Ragnar, at the minute. It's going bad now. It's going bad. It's awful. Anyway, so let's... You're American. You're doing well at the minute, aren't you? I don't know what your thoughts are about Charlie. It's awful to see someone being killed still to this very day. It reminds me of a modern day John Lennon, Charlie Kirk. You know, he reminds me as a modern day John Lennon. John Lennon was against the war of Vietnam. And after Nixon got kicked out, he was invited back to America. And then literally was only in America a wee while and got shot dead. It just feels like that. But anyway, unstoppable. Pretty bad here. Pretty bad everywhere. You're right. You're right. The world's going mad. Priyan Shu, welcome to the channel from India. I appreciate you being here. What's your most precious and valuable book? Koi, or I don't know actually. I don't know. Old powers are shifting, new powers will rise. There's a good point. There's a good point, Priyan Shu. That's absolutely right. I agree with that one. Old powers are going. We're declining. UK, US, and new powers are rising. And where it's going to be in 10 years' time, I don't know. Only that Lenin pushed for peace, Kirk pushed for hate. Yeah, it depends on what side you see it. But yes, I agree with Lenin. He was peace and tranquility for everybody. Whereas Kirk, I think he was a certain value for certain people. Yeah, no, I agree with that. Maybe you're right. Personally speaking, it's a shame to see anyone being assassinated for their words. It doesn't matter whether he pushed for. He still had words that meant to people. You know, Republicans for 50 years. Seriously, should you show the coolest book? I've got thousands of books, Kohei. It would be hard to do, to be honest with you. I am 53 now. I am 53. I lost my member of staff on my 53rd birthday, literally 4 weeks ago. He died of a heart attack on the day I died, or the day I was trying to. There was a birthday cake. He had a birthday cake upstairs in the office, ready for me. Him and the other guys, and tragedous. So I'm 53 now. Kirk didn't push hate. He just focused on a positive, and that's my point. People can perceive Lenin as a person who pushed hate as well, because his words were important to certain people, and that meant certain things to certain people, but anger to other people. And words should always be welcome, no matter how hateful they seem to you. You should reflect on words, no matter how bad they are, no matter how bad they hurt you. Listen. Sometimes the best way to learn to listen to words is to actually listen to the words. No matter how much you don't like to hear it, listen to the words. People come here today and they would call me a narcissistic prick. They would call me a millionaire asshole. They would say to me, I'm nothing but a plonker. And they're words. And I listen to them and I say, right, is he right? His perception of me is I'm a hateful shithead. But they're words nonetheless. And you have to listen to them to become mature about the world as a person. So if you hear words that are toxic, or you think they're toxic, but they're being loved by another type of people, then you have to think to yourself, maybe I'll listen to him, but I won't agree, but I will commit myself to saying, XYZ, I don't agree with your words. Your words, to me, come across as toxic or hateful. But I welcome your freedom of speech. I welcome your words. And that's why we should always welcome free speech. We should. It's most important. John Lennon was killed for speech. John Lennon was assassinated, I'm sure, and I'm absolutely sure, from what I've read, from what I've seen, he was killed by the government. Doesn't matter who says who killed him. He was killed or was controlled by the government. It's funny how he just got back from the United Kingdom after being banned from being in America. He was invited back after the Nixon fallout, Watergate, and then he was murdered literally 2 weeks of coming back. But his words, they planned it. You're absolutely right. Their words, you know, and I mean, his words were hated by a lot of people, guys. He was an enemy of America. He was deemed as such. So you could understand it's a modern day perception. And what happens when people like Charlie Kirk died? History will forget the hate words. History will forget how you feel. History will mark his death and what he said. And that ultimately will change through time. Certain times we have people that talk things. Gandhi, I mean, you think of him as a peaceful person. But he was deemed by the Indian government as the enemy of state because of what he said, words of peace. Who else? You got other people. And you know, if you look, well, I'm not sure about that one. We'll not talk about him. Now, you just join by going in as a member, and it goes into another, you can go into a member-only part of the YouTube where it invites you into becoming a member. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of greedy bastards in the world. A lot of hateful, greedy bastards. And the way I see it is, guys, if you want to make money, don't be greedy. Some way, somehow. And I talk about the Lord. I'm not a Bible preacher. And I don't believe in God. But I believe in something is telling me, Alan, keep teaching your words of wisdom to people. And it's humble words. It's not words of high righteousness, of putting people down. I am a normal guy that tries my best to help other people. And as a consequence, I seem to be rewarded. I go look in my bank account later on, there's more money comes in, and I've done nothing for it, other than try and teach you guys how to make money. Do I believe in bacon? Broccoli, I do. I believe in bacon. Bacon's good, man. It's nice to eat. There's some Egypts on this thing. I love it. Anyway, AI, we're the last book. Not sure AI is going to be, I think AI is going to be good for us if we do not have evil using it. Evil people. Martin Watson, when I had the accident, no one was there for me after giving everything and helped so-called mates. Anyone who's negative people, I help them. Yeah. Listen, I'll tell you about the bankruptcy. Back years ago, I had loads of friends. I had Ferraris, I had Aston Martins, I had a nice house, nice houses. And when it came to bankruptcy, they all disappeared. And they all thought I was a narcissistic prick. So I had to accept, because all my friends couldn't have been right. They all didn't want to be involved with me after I lost money. Failure is something. You answered the question I had on making money. Sorry, James, I didn't know the question. Sorry. Failure's funny. You lose your friends when you fail. Nobody has faith in you when you fail. And I tend to look at it this way now. If I fail, you will see the microbites of my business or my life failing, because I will YouTube it. I'm never going to show you just a positive life that I have. I'm going to show you the ups and downs of my life. You subscribe and you can see how honest my life actually is. You know, including the times of strife and the times of problems. I'll talk about it. I'm not frightened of telling you I've lost friends, I've lost staff, I've made mistakes. I will make mistakes. I'm not fucking perfect, excuse my language. Sorry for swearing, people. But I'm not perfect. And I am a human. But I am successful. And I am a qualified and I am experienced business person. And I know how to run a company. And I know to give advice to people who want advice. Real, humble advice. Good advice. Sound advice to make your life better. To make your business better. I've done 34 years of companies, ins and outs, ups and downs, staffing, complaints, fights, scraps, money lost, money won, millions of pounds got lost, millions of pounds gained. I've done it all. I've lost my family, I've lost my wife, I've lost my houses, I've lost my cars. I've earned my cars, I've got my money, I made my money. I've been there. I've listened to shitheads. I've listened to real cool people that have got zero in their bank. The coolest people have got nothing, and they're the most successful people I know. So I am here, and I've got one thing. I've got a great memory. I don't forget shit. I forget nothing. And that's the advice I give, based on my memory, based on my life experiences, based on the fact that I've been there. I've been in politics. I've been with boards. I've been on school governor boards. I've been involved with people in the council, in the government. I've met Tony Blair. I've met the presidents. I've done a lot of shit. I've done a lot of shit in my life. A lot of shit. I've bought and sold millions of pounds. Just I could keep going. You know, I was abused as a kid. I seen murders. I seen people being killed, shot. You know. Anyway, I've been involved in a lot of things in my life, and they're all in my life story. But what I'm trying to say to you is this: Brian, cocaine, probably. Does someone say, "What am I on?" And you then said, "Jaden Livermore." Brian, cocaine. Did Brian said I eBay too? I hope you didn't say I was on cocaine, because I'm certainly not. I don't take drugs. I do not take drugs. The only drug I have right now is work. That is a drug. Anyway, I packed all my Amazon orders while I was talking to you lot. That was a very gay stance, wasn't it? It was me being Big Gay Al. Anyway, Tony Blair was Fabian. I don't know what that means. He's high on life. The man loves his chat. I love talking to you lot. And Jason, I love anyone saying anything negative about me as well, because it's really important. How are the bees doing? Yeah, the bees are doing all right, actually. I haven't checked on them, Mark. I've got to get them wintered now. I haven't taken the honey. I should have took the honey, but I didn't. Gary, thanks for coming, buddy. I appreciate you being here. I'm an alcoholic, drug addict for 14 months, been sharing a 3-man tent and a stray cat. 3 weeks I've been sharing accommodation. What can you teach me, mate? Pizza, I'm not sure you're genuine. Listen, Andrew, if you fancy it, if you've got time now, you're more than welcome to come up and get that today. If you want. I won't be able to do it later on, though. I won't be able to do it later on because I've got to go to the roof. I've got work to do on the roof. So, here's all my eBay orders, guys. Drugs are bad. You don't need drugs to get high, guys. You can make things better for you. You know, there are certain things that make you, you know, drugs are not always the answer. I've taken drugs. I'm not going to deny that. I took cannabis. Went to Amsterdam, took some cannabis. Boy, that was killer. That was an experience if I ever saw it. But I've not taken any hard drugs. Don't do that stuff. And you'll know that. You could say to me, Al, I know that you're honest, because I am. Someone could ask me anything. Have you, you know, I could ask me any question now. Any of you guys, ask me a question. Anything. And you'll see how honest I am. I'm a terrible man for my honesty. Sometimes I need to shut my mouth. But you guys ask me a question. Any question at all, you ask it. And I bet you 10 I'll give you an answer. That's either I can't give you that answer because you don't know what the answer could be wrong. Am I happy? Oh, Mark, that's a hard one. Yes, I am. I am happy. I'm a little bit saddened about the loss of a really good guy. He's not here when evil still, you know, good guys died. I've lost 2 friends in the last 2 months. So am I happy personally? Yes, I am. I'm a lot happier than I've ever been, to be honest with you. When my first time I was very miserable, purely because I was rich and I couldn't get the hunger out of my heart, this shit out of my heart that I wanted more women, more sex, more cars, more money, more power, more people to control and govern. And that came to an end. I don't need that anymore. So yes, I'm happy. My heart's content. I'm never happy all the time, but that's normal melancholy of the life, you know, the life you live. So good question, that one. So did you enjoy it? Vincent, you wee bastard. Here, look. There's them nice envelopes you've advised me of. I do take advice. Of course, it's good advice. It is, absolutely, Mark. You got a good question. That was a brilliant question. But it was a great answer, I think. Let me just see if anyone asked me any other questions. Well, Pisa, if you are from a tent, where are you? And if you're local to me, I'll come and see you. If you are currently in a tent, and I didn't throw it back in your face, I just been messed around too many people. So if you're still here, peace up. we can have a conversation. 509 native, thank you for my service. I don't know where you got that from. So anyway, what's up, Scottish fella? I'm not Scottish. I am Northern Irish. How do you get through them low points and find motivation again? This is the question I asked earlier. The guy answered cocaine. Brian. So that is a hard question to answer. There is something that's inside me that when I feel oppressed by emotions, when my shit is really hard to deal with and I can't focus, I have to take a break from life. I have to go and hurl myself into a sofa, watch TV, watch a film, play a game, enjoy myself, have me time. I then get up and suddenly the little fire starts to ignite again, and it gets stronger and stronger, and my will gets stronger again. So I'm only weaker when I've got emotional slaps. But the burn that I have, the motivation, the desire to keep working, to get up really early in the morning, go to bed late at night, it's in me. It doesn't leave me. It's not something I intellectualize. I don't get on intellectually about it. So ultimately, the burn is probably a conditioning that I've done year after year after year, and the fascination to learn more and meet people like you who ask questions like this, so that I can understand. You yourself have just made me affirm what I do with my motivation. So you got to get up. And I call it the rule 1 of my book, the book that I've written. It's not been published yet, but the book that I have wrote, not writ, the book that I have wrote is this. Rule number 1, strength. The first and foremost rule for every human being. If you want to succeed, if you want to do well, strength is your biggest maker. And I will tell you, I've had a lot of people putting me down while I was not well, while I was emotionally low. I say not well, but mentally the last couple of weeks when I lost Richard, I wasn't myself. And because of that, a lot of haters came out and they started being really hard on me. And they were going, Al, you're a wanker, you're this, you're bankrupt, you're that, you're the other. And I was going, okay. And I couldn't take it. I was like, no, and I was emotionally realizing that I was weak. But it took a couple of days for me to recover. And then I realized at that point, they are also my strength. The people that tell me that I'm a nothing, that I'm a nobody, that I'm an arsehole, that I'm this, that I'm that, I say, well, I'm going to prove you wrong. Revenge is great when it's success. Show your success. Be real. Don't lie about it. No bullshit. Success can be found in numerous ways. Not money. Could be love. Could be happiness. Could be any of it. You don't have to show material goods to be successful, but show success. And that is your ultimate revenge to people who hate you. Even your friends who may hate you quietly. They like to see you go down. Your friends. And it's a human aspect. How you doing, Jason? How are you? So negativity is right, Brian. You're right. It's my energy. It's the wind in my sails. Anyone wants me to do really well? Anyone wants me to succeed? You call me a bankrupt. Go ahead. Because tomorrow I'll be 100 grand more. You call me a failure. Go ahead. Because tomorrow I'll be successful more. And that's what I love. It's my energy. So the negativity of others is my negativity, or is my positivity to prove them all fucking wrong. Excuse my language. I don't like to swear. I do, but I shouldn't. And I apologize for swearing. Anyway, so you are more than welcome. Mark, listen, you can come over. There's one of my friends who met me, Lee, and you are absolutely welcome to fly over and stay, and we can have a coffee and we can inspire each other. No problem at all, Mark. You're more than welcome, sir. I'm learning this now recently. Shay, what are you learning, sir? Shay, what are you learning? Chickenhead, do I sell Amway? No, I do not sell Amway. Yeah, that's a terrible thing. Money is energy. We all need it. Money's great, but it's not the be-all and end-all of your life. Never treat it as such. My money is a tool. Money is a tool, not a need. I don't need money. I use money. That's the difference between a lot of people and me. I don't need money. I use money. I use money to make money, to buy stock, just to do things. To let go and let live and be free. Well, I get you. Money is not freedom. Money is not freedom. Someone says that hasn't got money. Money is not freedom. Money is an imprisoner because of your perception of money. If you see money as something you have to earn, keep, and hold on to with life, that is not freedom. That is a prison. You've made yourself a money prison. Let go. Let go of your cash. And what will happen is money begets money if you know how to invest it, know how to work it, know how to install it. Money can be the best tool to achieve peace in here and here, as long as you know how to use it, where it goes to, who gets it, who doesn't. And that's the difference between someone who has money and someone who does not. Fact. Anyway, no, you're right, Ale. You're right. Absolutely. Look at you. You're absolutely right, mate. Absolutely. And I'm full of bloody atoms at the minute. Oh, yeah, no, do not judge money as your be-all and end-all. If you've no money, you cannot do stuff like go on vacation. Right, see, this is a modern world problem. Only 80 years ago or 50 years ago, vacations weren't something we considered. Fuck vacations. Who needs vacations? Work and enjoy your money while you're working. I go on a... So, Pisa, you're talking about... I used to know a girl called... I call her Gran, but good. We lived good. She spoke like a queen, dressed me in a sailor. She rolled around a grave. She knew where I ended up. Listen, Pisa, looks... I live in Blacktown, West Sydney. I can't see you, buddy. You're too far away from me to help. So, you can be happy without money. You can. I was without money for a while. I was a multi-millionaire to a bankrupt. I had nothing. And any money that I had to pay, I had to pay for my family first. I left my wife and my family. I couldn't support them, but I worked very hard to keep them supported. They were more important to me. They were important to me. So I was homeless like Pisa. Yeah, I can't help you, Pisa. I'm sorry. You're too far away. If you were local to me, I'd come down and see you right now. I would drive down and see you right now. Turn off this and I would go down and see you, but you're not. You live in Sydney, sadly. So I'm sorry about that. And I'm sorry for what's going on with you. I hope you find someone like me who wants to put something into you. But you have to learn to control what you do in your life as well. It's not something we can just give to people. Are you a very nice person? You have a great heart. I'd like to think I do, Denise. Sometimes I'm told that I don't have a nice heart. And that is also my energy to make myself a better person. So anyone calls me a bad person, well, that's their point. I won't be abused or recklessly used by people. And I take offense to anyone that thinks they can. I don't like people thinking that I'm easy to get on with and that my life and my money is freely given for no return of respect. Finny, hi. Hi? No, Finny, you've done a good one there. What is it about again? Bye-bye, Trudy. All the best, love. Hi, Al. How do you separate making money and spending quality time with your family? I feel being present is more important than a 14-hour day. Yeah. How much does a family need of your time? I question that a lot. How much does a family need of your time for them to not feel abandoned? And I think you have to play family time by ear, not strategize, I must spend 4 hours with my family. You know, my family, when my kids need me, I'm there for them. When they don't need me, well, I'm not going to hang around, am I? There's no point because I've got work to do. So it's really, really hard with that one. I do work hard. and my staff, or my family, they do get time with me, quality time with me. Sometimes they don't need it. Some of my kids, like yesterday, didn't need me to be around them. So I just said, guys, I'm going to go and do a bit of work. And I did. I was hurt they didn't need me, but hey, it is what it is. So thanks, Jason. I appreciate that. And money doesn't bring you happiness. You're right. But the lack of it can make you unhappy. Yes, because you're principally going by money. The car, right? So the car, join the inner circle, and I'll teach you how to make money, and keep growing your income. I'm not the best sometimes at being with you all the time, but I can give the best, soundest advice on how to make money. And I help you guys personally. Yeah, but Pisa, you talk about you're not looking for a visit. I agree. But if you were local to me, I would visit nonetheless. That's it. But I hope whatever happens to you, sir, your life takes a turn. Whatever you do, try. Remember, sometimes life is a way of doing it, but you need to have your self-control as well. I agree. I think we all need to learn the idea of self-control. We all do. Well, Ryan, William Calder, I work part-time, so does my partner, and we have 2 kids, and our life couldn't be better. There you go, William. You see, this is what I love. Just being able to smile every day. And that's the most rewarding way in life, to look upon people and go, I like you, or I love you, or I care for you. And being able to do that where you can provide for them, of course, but it doesn't have to be major important things such as a holiday in Mauritius or that's a load of nonsense. All that stuff, that's all modern day shite. I must have a really, really important car. Why? Nobody gives a toot about your money. I'll give you an example. I will talk about the day I bought myself my first Ferrari. And I drove down in a Ferrari. I bought it out of a place in England, and I drove it all the way back home to Northern Ireland. And I remember driving out of Dick Lovett's in Swindon. And some guy pulled over, wound down the window. He said, "You fat bastard." And I went, what the hell? The first minute in the car, and I started getting abuse. And I reflected on the way home. It's my first time I've had to reflect on that. I got hated by simply being in a red Ferrari. What I realized was, if I attracted anyone that appreciated what I did, it wasn't females. I bought the car to see if I can get some females, and people would go, oh, wow, look at Alan. Nobody gave a shit. At the end of the day, nobody cared whether I had a Ferrari or a Cortina or a banged out Skoda. Nobody gave a shit. Nobody cared. At the end of the day, when I lost everything, people didn't go, hey, Al, you still got the Ferrari? And I would have said, no. And they would have said to themselves, ha, ha, ha. And that ultimately came from friends and people that I work with, people I give money to. And ultimately, that's the way the world goes. Nobody gives a shit about what material goods you have, what material goods you've lost, or what material goods you gain. What they do care about is what value you can bring to them. And it's not just money that you bring. I bring value to a lot of people, and none of it's paid in coin. You can bring value to a lot of people, and I hope that I bring value to everyone that's listening to what I'm saying. These are wise words. These are words that have been taught by my mistakes, by my transmissions, by the way I've got on in my life. So don't chase the dream of property or materials. Chase the dream of happiness. Find happiness. If you cannot get happiness in money, find happiness elsewhere. You will find it. Your journey will take you. If you long for being happy, you will become happy. If you long to hurt yourself, abuse yourself, and be a narcissistic prick, you will die by that sword. That sword, whatever sword you choose, live by the sword, die by the sword. And that's what I say. So there's lots of people coming up with a lot of things here, saying a lot of things. And I love everyone hoping that they can give me feedback. Remember to join my channel, people. And you can always talk to me directly. Join the membership system. You speak to me directly. Everyone gets to speak to me directly in my membership system. You can join, you can go in, and in the membership system, it's not that expensive, it's $2.99 a month. And all you do is you get involved, and I come and talk to you. Good talking. Well, see, you subscribed. Thank you very much. But Peter, so we'll have a conversation. Go into my thing, Peter. You can go down. It's on the YouTube channel. The membership system's there. And you can talk to me anytime. And there are people here that are members. There are people that are members. Andrew's a member. Ryan's a member. Philip's a member. Peter's a member. And they're all here. They're talking to us right now. And they're all worth it. It is worth joining. It is absolutely worth it. I will help you whatever way I can, in whatever way I can. And that sometimes does mean me flying out. I've already flown out to several people. I call a lot of people. I speak to a lot. And it takes a lot of my time. But I love it. And I hope that it works out. Anyway, guys, listen. I've been talking to you all for 71 minutes now. And I like to think that I've talked myself out. I'm knackered. And I got to finish packing. So we're going to say goodbye. And I thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe my channel. Go and have a look at the videos, guys. Go and have a look at my life story. Realize I'm not a bullshitter. I'm a humble man. Andrew, just come on up. If you come up in the next couple of hours, I'm here for a couple of hours more. I can take it. Goodbye forever. Oh, Chucky, don't do that, mate. Anyway, good talking to you all. I'd love to see you all. Get involved with me in one way or another. Good talking to you. Good night, or good day, or good evening, or good morning.